You all, please, I want you to watch this video, and then I'm going to come back for a little story time.
Did you know that Britain still has a colony in Africa? While most countries colonized by the UK have achieved independence, the UK refused to decolonize and still rules over this group of islands in the eastern part of Africa called the Chagos Archipelago, which they named the British Indian Ocean Territory. By 1973, the British had forced out every single Chagosian from the island so the US could build a military base there. They weren't even allowed to take their dogs, which were gassed and shot dead. Many Chagosians were not compensated for all the abuses they suffered, including losing their homeland, and those that were given only small amounts. Chagosians have only been allowed occasional short trips to visit their homes. They now live in Mauritius, the Seychelles, and the UK, with many families divided. It's been 49 years since the British government, with help from the US, expelled the Chagosians. There is no place for colonial abuse. Last week, the UK announced it would negotiate to hand over sovereignty of Chagos to Mauritius. The Chagosians need to be at the center of these discussions. They should have the right to permanently return to their islands and should be compensated by those who expelled them from their land. Look out for a report from Human Rights Watch, early 2023, on how the British government and the US should make this right.
Let's have a little story time, shall we? This presentation is based upon a very simple premise, namely that in their relationship with the Black race, Europeans, whites, are psychopaths, and their behavior reflects an underlying biologically transmitted proclivity with roots deep in their evolutionary history. The psychopath is an individual who is constantly in conflict with other persons or groups. He is unable to experience guilt, is completely selfish and callous, and has a total disregard for the rights of others. This is from a paper called The Psychopathic Racial Personality by Dr. Bobby E. Wright. This entire world is run by psychopaths. Really. They're really no different than Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy or Jack the Ripper. This is why I always tell Black and Indigenous people, you cannot appeal to the morality of folks who don't have morals. Now, this doesn't talk about individual persons. This is talking about institutions. This is talking about groups, empires, and the systems that they put into place.